So I know that my schedule says Romeo is a dead man, but before we start that, there is something else I want to check out here. So, yet another trailer for the upcoming season 2 Netflix One Piece adaptation dropped, and this one's like 3 minutes long. And I like reacting to these because you guys know that I'm like a massive One Piece fan, and I remember watching the first season and it was pretty decent. Season 2 seems to be much bigger, much more elaborate this time because it's like the first part of the Grand Line that they're covering, which I think goes all the way up to Alabasta, which is going to be insane. But yeah, I've not watched this trailer yet. I've been seeing like tiny little teases that they've been dropping regarding the casting for like the various members of Baroque Works and stuff. Like I've only seen that. I haven't seen this video yet. Also, you might notice the text is reversed. For copyright reasons, I have to mirror this video because I don't know if Netflix is gonna like fucking block the entire VOD if I show it the proper way. So yeah, that's why it looks like that. Sorry everyone. Just just a heads up on that. But yeah, let's check it out.
What's a pirate?
A pirate is someone who has adventures and dreams.
There's the scaffolding. That's where Gold Roger was executed.
Gives up.
That's Drum Kingdom. Ah, yeah. Dr. Herolic, I think he was called.
We put together an amazing crew, made it to the Grand Line, and now we're one step closer to our dreams. So let's celebrate! I'm sailing away.
I think this is a copyrighted song. I may have to edit this out later.
The Grand Line is a dangerous place.
Alright.
Careful who you trust.
Fuck, I forgot that guy's name.
So you're a captain of the Straw Hat Pirates? Monkey D.
Ah, Nico Robin. Miss All Sunday.
You're going to watch your friends die.
You will never find the One Piece
Little Garden.
or be king of the pirates.
Bing, bang.
Mr. Five!
These Baroque work guys are different. They're crazy.
Oh my god, they got this little fucker.
Bye-bye, baby.
Okay.
But there's nothing we can't take on. Together!
Beat down time, baby.
Buggy. Ah, Crocus. Ah, yes, the wax cake. I remember that.
Now!
I think this is Whiskey Peaks.
Good sword. Sometimes
Nice.
you end up somewhere you never thought you would.
Laboon. Ah, the Giants!
That's what the journey's all about.
There he is.
What are you? What is that?
Yep, there's Chopper.
This is the most
Smoker.
fun I've ever had.
Awesome!
This looks pretty good. Is there a post thing? No, there isn't. Okay. That looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Like, that looks really fucking faithful to the source material. And yeah, like you said there, Deej, I forgot to mention that Ichiro Oda, the creator of One Piece and like the guy who continues making the manga to this day, like he is very much hands-on with like the production of this, like when he's working with Netflix. Which, good for him. Like I talked about this before with like when season 1 came out, like he was like talking in interviews about like making sure that he was there during the pretty much most of the production of the first season, because he was worried it was like if he fucking went back to Japan and didn't like get involved at all, that the show probably would have ended up like shit. And I don't blame him, because Netflix has had a bit of a reputation, let's just say, for really badly butchering like anime adaptations when they do live action versions. Like I've heard that Cowboy Bebop is pretty bad. I've heard that Death Note is awful. I've heard that a lot of shit that they've tried to cover in the past didn't go so well. This seems to be the outlier. Like this seems to be the exception to the rule, just because the original creator is actually making sure that they don't fuck it up. So most of the casting here does look pretty good. Like here's Crocus, the guy who looks after Laboon, which is like the giant whale that they run into when they enter the Grand Line. So he looks pretty accurate to his original design. I like that. I'm seeing some set pieces and like moments from the anime that I am familiar with, like the big wax cake here. This was like during a big battle at Little Garden, I believe. Whiskey Peak, just fighting members of Baroque Works, I think. Ah, there it is. Oh, they've got the fucking paint at the fucking Jolly Roger painting on Laboon. That's nice. I look forward to that. You know what would be really fucking funny? Hear me out. So when they get to the Grand Line, they have to like go over. I think it's called Reverse Mountain, which is like this giant mountain that divides like the Grand Line and the rest of the world. And in the fucking 4Kids dub, they completely cut out like when they get through Reverse Mountain, the first thing they encounter is the giant whale Laboon. But in the fucking 4Kids dub, they completely cut that mini arc out. And instead, they just fucking edit in the moment where it's like, oh, we're gonna run into an iceberg. Let's dodge it. Oh, thank God we dodged the iceberg. Anyways, let's go on to the next story arc. And as it turns out, Laboon is actually critical to the overarching story. It doesn't seem that important at all until they get Brooke, which is like a member they get in One Piece way down the line, like much later on. And it turns out that like he and Laboon have like some deep history and like, you know, backstory and stuff. So if 4Kids ever fucking got that far, they'd be like, oh shit, what do we do? But yeah, so here's what the point I was getting at. Wouldn't it be funny if the fucking Netflix adaptation made a joke about, oh, what's that in the distance? Is that an iceberg? No, don't be stupid. Or some shit like that. I don't know. I thought that'd be funny. If they do that, I'll clap. Anyway, yeah, I'm quite liking what I'm seeing here. Like, I haven't noticed anything particularly jarring. Let's have a look at Chopper again here at the end before we move on. Oh, fuck. I didn't even notice that the first time. Wapple. Yeah, that was kind of a blink and miss it moment, but yeah, there he is. The least interesting villain in all of One Piece. But this guy's a fucking joke in, like, the Drum Kingdom arc. Like, he's not even that big of a threat, but he's the kind of villain that, like, has control of the country because he, like, pulls strings in the background and whatnot, but I remember, like, when Luffy fights him, he just beats him quite easily compared to, like, the past villains. So I wonder how they're gonna, like, mix that up in the adaptation when they get to that part. Also, another little detail. Sorry for lingering. I'm gonna get to Romeo as a Dead Man shortly, but another detail I noticed: Luffy wearing Nami's jacket. I forget the exact story reason for that, but he does wear it at one point in the story. There he is. There's Chopper. There's his more anthropomorphized form. You know, I hope they do that one fucking thing that they did in, like, the anime and manga, where Chopper doesn't know how to hide properly, so he, like, kind of hides in reverse. Where he kind of, like, leans into the wall rather than leaning out of it. Hopefully they do that at some point. But yeah, it looks good. I like it. There's Smoker. Again, blink and you miss it moment, but Smoker is here, and he looks pretty good. Right, well, Season 2 comes out about a month from now, March 10th. I'm going to see if between, I think maybe like a week before Season 2 drops, I'm going to get around to maybe rewatching Season 1 again, because it's been a couple years since that season came out. I would like to, like, refresh my memory before I jump into the new season. Then I'm just going to binge that over the next week once it drops. I don't know how many episodes are going to come out, but I'm going to imagine there's going to be at least 8 1-hour episodes. I'm not sure how big it's going to be, but I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be great. Everything I've seen from it so far has been really good. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. I think this is like the last major trailer. I don't think they're going to do any more marketing for this because, you know, like a month before it comes out. But yeah, when it drops, I will let you know what I think of it when I watch the entirety of season 2.